that is what you did for us, Mrs. Gichoga. And so today, as the first 844 group, the pioneer group of Kaaga Girls, we did not excel as much because the top student had been forced to take economics. Economics had never been taught in the O-levels, so we did not have the books. We did not have, I think the syllabus was not even there, so we were borrowing the Form 6's books to read for our exams. We all got D's. And remember, we were like the topmost. So we got D's, but it's only Tabitha who got a C in that subject. Can you imagine? And we still excelled. Many of us went to campus. Can you imagine if she allowed us to do agriculture, home science, and maybe we didn't do pure sciences, we did, what was it called? The physical? We all did pure, but the other one was called? The physical sciences. When the other schools, the Nkobo, because they were number 6, that time my husband is a Nkobo alumni, and he really brags about them coming 6th during our time, and as we were number 20, we were number 98. But can you imagine, we got D's in that subject. If we did agriculture where everyone got A's, what would have been our mean grade? Would have, but we excelled. We thank God for braving and venturing into the uncharted waters. So you believe in us, we believed in you, we are obedient, and we didn't disturb you, and we are nurturing other teams behind us and our children as well, using the values you instilled in us. So my name is Frida McKenna Kinoti. I was a dancer. I became a dancer from Form 1. We were only 2 dancers. Me and Kanana Gishonge, and she was supposed to be here and she's not here. And we really thank God that we were able to be given such a moment. And all of us participated in various activities. We have professors in our team, we have doctors, we have successful lawyers and successful business people. So right now, Mrs. Frida Mwenda. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Jane Kinya, and I'm an entrepreneur. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Rebecca Kaguru, a consultant with Kenya School of Government. Thank you very much.
Good evening, girls. My name is Purity Kagendo Modambia, and many of you were also students of my father, Mr. Modambia, the Kiswahili teacher. That's my dad. What do I say about this lady? Mrs. Gichoga has been my mother all through. In my growing up, we grew in the same compound because my teacher was teaching in Kaaga Girls, so I lived in Kaaga Girls. So Modoni, Rima, and Susan, all my girlfriends, or we were children in the compound playing, going to eat in a house. So when I joined Kaaga Girls, I was like, this is mom. You know, where there is mom, you can't make mistakes. So I lived 4 years of not wanting to make mistakes, and I think I never. Did I come to your office? I did not, because I couldn't make a mistake where mom is. And remember, also my dad was in school. So when you have that kind of Hawkeye from everywhere, you can, let me say one thing that I thank Mrs. Gichoga about. When we are going to Form 3, we are not even covered halfway of Form 2 history syllabus. And remember, history was compulsory for all of us. Our teacher was not available. Mrs. Gacheri had not come. And you know what she did for the Form 2 classes? She used to take us to dining hall. She would leave visitors waiting to see her, and then she would teach us, all of us. This is the lady who taught us history. Yeah. Who taught us history before Mrs. Gacheri came, and then she took over, and she found us having reached somewhere. 2 volumes, and we did well. This is this lady. She could leave her office and come to teach. 80, 90 girls in the dining hall. That is what we owe her. Currently, I'm away from Meru. I'm married somewhere else. I'm Purity Kagendo Modamia Mogaka. So, God bless you.
Good afternoon. Sorry, I'm the last not least. My name is Tabitha Jiro, currently judging. What I remember so much about Hedy is when I was in Form 1, when I came, I remember I was, I think, number 3 from the last. And she called us, the people who were number 10 from the last, and she called us to her office. And I stood there, and she asked me, how are you this number? And some subjects are not recorded. I said, I don't know why the teachers did not record. And she told me, you follow the teacher, you should have followed the teacher. And I remember from that day, I have fought for my place. I remember when I finished, I was called to KU. I told my dad, I'll be the first person to do ICT in Kenya, the first woman. And I went away to do ICT. He wanted me to get married somewhere. I told him no. She taught me how to fight. Because I would look at her, and she's tall and she has her place. And I just decided I am going to have my place. I was born between boys, but I really fought for my place. Even up to today in my family, nobody tells me what to do if I don't want to do it. So she really taught me how to just fight my place. When I go to work, people ask me, you are leaving that job, we thought you are the director. I fight for my place. I'm in that board. I've been in HR and I've been in the board. People talk about HR practitioners giving tea and everything. I don't serve tea to anybody. She taught me, you fight your place, especially if you're a woman. And I left when I was very tiny, but you have to fight your place. That's what she taught me. And I lived by 8 up to 9. To now, when your husband tells you, we are going to build in Meru, you tell him we are going to build in Nairobi and in Karen, and you find your place in that home. Because also you have your own money, isn't it? Those are the things I like instilling in girls and even in boys. Always find your place. Wherever you go, if it's a church, find your place. People don't be saying, that girl who was very black, who used to wear red lipstick. No, they say Tabitha, the one who did 1, 2, 3. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, class of 89, 844. Now, because of time, I'm so sorry for the rest of us. There shall be no talking. You come, take a picture, and we go. I'm sorry. I said I was sorry. The year of shy. 91, mko wapi? Siwaoni.
We were the second 844. What I love about second 844, sorry Mau, I have to talk. What I love about 844, the second one, you know the first one mlikuwa mmepichwa hapo na A-levels. Hamkuwa mnaonekana. So when we came in, we enjoyed all the teachers. We were taught economics by Mr. Mutwag himself. And that's how some of us became economists. So I personally did run economics. I met Karo Mudhamia in Kaaga Girls. We are now partners in business. We run Ebony Estates Limited. If you want properties, talk to us. I like the person who have said, buy your own properties, ladies. Empower yourself. We'll give you a chance. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Becky Ikiara. I joined Kaaga Girls in Form 2 and became known as Lydia's sister. So this is Lydia's sister here. I am myself now. I'm the proprietor of the uniform shop, which you used to know as Meru Uniforms. Green scarves. We're still partnering with Kaaga Girls. If it was not for Mrs. Gichoga, I would have dropped out of school completely. I was very difficult. I was a very difficult student. I gave her a very hard time. But she made it very easy for me by not reacting. So here I am, myself, no longer, yes, I'm still Lydia's sister, but I'm also myself. And Lydia said hi to everybody. She's in Italy. Thank you.
The KCX 373M 91, I'm not seeing you moving. This car, KCX 373M, your lights are on. I don't know how you'll go home, or maybe tunakaa sherehe tutalala. 91, let's go. Us guys, we are just taking mission gloves and we are out. 92, stand by.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. Big smile, big smile. 1, 2, 3.
92, 92.
We've been asked not to say much.
Obey, please.
Lucy Kaburia, Akayas Kato, now Mrs. Ominde.
Thank you.
I'm a marketing professional, thank you.
Thank you.
Taslim Wasson.
Go ahead.
I am Edith Naitore Aremi or Mrs. Lueti. Mrs. Gichoga is my auntie.
Yay.
Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Mawa, don't suspend me. Just 1 minute, 3 minutes. Please don't suspend me. My name is Sophie. Apparently, I wear 2 hats, 91, 92. Thank you to Mrs. Gichoga. I was not a very nice girl, but I never wore work tunic to be punished. But the numbers of suspended, I lost count. At one time, I told my dad I don't want that school. And he came and told Mrs. Gichoga, she said she doesn't want that school. Where does she wants to go? St. Mary's. She said, I have the power and the ability to get her a high school in St. Mary's, but she'll come back here. Thanks God, I came back, and that's why I have this affiliation. Do you know what? In this class, I was number 2 to be admitted in that school. The first girl had 398 out of 500. I had 396. But there was a stand around. But all was not lost. I eventually went to Kemu University. I went to Nairobi University and did my master's. And I'm now head of HR. I unlock and empower people potential in an international humanitarian organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie.
Okay, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Penina Karambu Mwaranya. She didn't seem to remember my name. Now, Karambu Mwaranya Mutembei. I was suspended in Form 1. Take that to the bank. But I was never suspended one more time. Can see Lucy is laughing. Moshimi, I was suspended, and now I'm a good girl. But I thank God, and now I'm Principal Kenorudi. Thank you.
Oh wow, thank you for that. 92, 92. I think you're 2 of you, 3 of you. Take the picture. This is 92. Josephine. Josephine was a head girl, and 93, 93, be on the standby.
1, 2, 3. One more.
94, 95, 93. 93, come next to me. Thank you very much. Beautiful girls, 3 of you. Kana.
I can't refuse to say this poem. Please, Maua, you are a potter and you molded all of us. Kana, please, where are you? This day we have almost like put everything aside, so we may be a little bit late, but it's good to pour out our hearts to Mrs. Gichoga. Our presentation is in the form of a poem. Yes. You are a potter. God gave you clay. And you gave God back beautiful pots. You are a farmer. God gave you seeds. And you gave God a harvest. You are a farmer. God gave you seeds. And you gave back God beautiful, responsible women. Through the power of your womb. You were a mentor. God gave you girls who had even lost hope in life, but you gave back to the nation. People who build this nation today. We may never have awards to give you back what you made us to be. You took your time to even raise money for those of us who are needy. You sourced for bursaries for us. We will be forever grateful because our education would never have been complete. We may not have the words, the deeds, the awards to award you back, but we can only say, may the Almighty God reward you with a rich harvest, with a long life, to be the flower, to be the person that people will always look up to as a mentor. We want to thank you and we want to say, may all your dreams come true. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much, class of 92. Did you take the picture, Kenny? Correct. They took the picture. I think we are good. Thank you very much. 93. 93. Quick. Take your picture. Go. Those bureaus are 93, 94. Stand by. Take picture. That's a beautiful picture.
One, two, three.
This is how pictures should be taken. So beautiful. They're so gorgeous.
I'll start by saying thank you. And my thank you is loaded. So I will not continue to explain why thank you. Otherwise I'll start crying, which I do not want to do. But on behalf of our 93 class, first of all, Hedy has said we were her special girls. So we were the special of all the girls. There are so many of us who are not here, but we have a message from all of them. One of them is to say thank you for raising wonderful ladies. The message from 93 is we are all queens because we were nurtured by a queen. Yes. And someone alluded earlier when they said you adjust each other's crowns, and that's what we were all taught. Amongst us, we've even done that. But what we've had all along, the stories we've had here, Gake, Lucy, all that is about. Hedy then was a woman, maybe our age, a young woman really, and she's taking care of all of us. She was adjusting even our mother's crowns as she took care of the girls in her care. So let's keep that legacy as well, adjusting each other's crowns. And I think the other point from the class of 93 is the ripple effect. If you looked in the group, very quickly, if I give a personal story, my daughter is, usually people say she's a small Wangari Maathai. Why? Because if you drop something, little girl, she says, can you pick that? Who do you expect to pick that from you? Actually, that bottle. Pick it up, that one. Pick it, please. Who do you expect to pick that after you? We learned that from her. So you see that ripple effect, because I thought that was me alone. Then in the group, everybody kept saying the same. Now our children have that. So let's pick that as well as a lesson to have that ripple effect in everything. Njero. Oh, sorry. Ripple effect in everything, in our spheres of influence. My name is Faith Karemi. I am a creative writer as well as a trainer in my professional work. Thank you.
Thank you. What she didn't say is that she's an accomplished writer with a column in the Daily Nation called Wives Speak. Oh, it's you! My name is Caroline Mongera. Mom, in Form 2 first term, I was number last. I had health issues that my dad didn't think were real, but you encouraged me. And because of that, I believed in myself. I have been a banker for 27 years.
Wow.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies. I'm Susan Kimathi. I was not naughty, but in Form 4 second term, I just got some trick that just made me naughty, and I got suspended just before mocks. And when I was returned by my mom, who paid me more than my mom here, in front of her till she came in, and she asked me, Susan, I want you to get a grade that will take you to university. Within that one term, I changed 360 and I went to campus. And today I work with an international firm as a senior business development manager within the region of East Africa. Thank you.
Good evening. I am so grateful to you, Mrs. Gichoga, for the impact you have had in my life. My mom used to always talk to her and say, I've been in your school, you've never taken any of my girls. We are 5 of us, daughters, and I was the first among the 5 to come, and the other 2 followed me behind. My sister will be coming soon. When I finished 4th form, she refused me to pick up my leaving certificate and my results. I don't know if you remember, because he told my father my performance is way below my potential. I need to come back and repeat, but I refused. All the same, I carried on. I went to a private university, and today I'm completing my doctorate. Glory be to God. I'm a practicing psychologist, and I love what I do.
Good evening, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. There are some handsome gentlemen too in the group. My name is Kawera Kenywa Ondieki, but I have a street name, Sandra, as they remember it. My story is a bit different. I was in Kaaga Girls, I think, for only 8 or 9 months. I thank God. As a believer, I believe that all things work for good for those who love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. So based on the stubbornness, and I thank God for the stubbornness of my parents and the convincing nature of my aunt. This is my aunt, Mrs. Gichoga. For those who know her well and have experienced her convincing tongue, you know that she can sell ice to an Eskimo. She convinced me to, as Susan said, come back and give it a hit, and I know you can make it. And that changed my trajectory completely. I got good grades, I went to campus, and I'm now in HR and at Geothermal Development Company at the moment, and I thank God for that.
Thank you.
I have something that I was given by Karemi to read. Nitatoa kasiri kadogo tu. I don't know whether my parents will do it. Mrs. Gichoga and my mom, Mary, were best friends. And that's how she met my dad. So she's more than an aunt to me. She's also a connector. Faith said she was very emotional. So she requested me to read on her behalf a small tribute or something that she wants to say to Mrs. Gichoga. She felt that she may not make it, so up to the end, so she requested me to read it for her. Hedy was to me, at first, a typical school principal. Larger than life and someone to watch and listen to from afar. But then, I lost my mom when I was in Form 2. I was on the locum stroke work at school over the holidays when this happened. Before the tragic news reached me, Hedy had her house assistant pick me from school early Friday morning to her home. I wondered what wrong I had done, but she introduced me to her daughter, who was my age mate, and we instantly bonded. You are good in English, and she in math. Studied together. Hedy said. She broke the news on the Sunday. In my grief, she became my mom. Drove me to my mom's burial, came back with me. She hosted me over the holidays. I was never sent home for school fees, even though I had arrears from here to Timbuktu. A sponsor who asked to remain anonymous cleared the bulk of the fees. Later, I learned it was a German teacher, a lady who also had a daughter. It will take me a book to write about Hedy. I'm crying when I recall her kindness at different times while at KG. I am yet to honor her. Where does one start? Faith Karemi Katibu.
Wow.
Good evening. I'm Frinda Kanana. Mrs. Gichoga is my auntie. I am an Acrosian. I teach in Meru School.
Thank you so much. Okay, so the picture was done. I think you're good. Thank you very much. 94. Baby sister, go ahead. Yes, she's alone. But she's representing all of them.
I'm alone and I'm lucky.
Yes.
I've been told to battle next time for my class to be here. So I didn't do a good job. I'm Roslyn Mebora. Previously, Roslyn Mungathia.
Mike.
You remember Purity Mungathia? She said hi.
Hi.
Thank you. I will give back the hi. I'm grateful to be here and I don't want to take too much time. I have a speech that we wrote with another 1994 who couldn't make it, Linda. Matthew. I will read it. Class of 94, like many other classes before and after us, we had the privilege of being in Kaaga Girls High School under the leadership of Principal Gladys Gacheri Gichoga. Form 1 found us transitioning to adolescence, trying to find our identity and our voice. A student mom was assigned to us who would help us navigate. How cool it is to reconnect with some of our moms today. Pretty soon, we found our bearing and carved out our niche for ourselves. Some of us were too social, thriving more away from school. These girls went out to develop talents but came back with boys' names and school addresses scribbled on a treasured piece of paper. Others were so spiritual, honestly loving their God and spending lots of time with their Creator. Then there were the choppies, who shone brightest in the classroom. They knew all the botanical names of indigenous and exotic trees. Hedy, your unique style of discipline and mentorship was like no other. You had wisdom and fun thoughtfully neat in every morning assembly. Those 4 years influenced who we became, and even though our paths led us in different journeys, we are better because we passed through KG. Thank you, Mrs. Gichoga. We honor you and thank you most sincerely for every lesson you taught us, whether we were ready or not. Thank you for staying the course and leading our school and us girls across several generations. Today we are so proud of you. We wish you nothing but God's richest blessings. We celebrate you and we love you. My nickname was Zoro.
Photo?
There's another one. Oh, there's another one. Kamencho. Okay, she can't remember the other nickname. Gosh, I had many nicknames.
Can you take the photo?
Yes. So thank you very much. We love you. And we don't want to take too much time. But we really appreciate it.
Pose for the picture. 94.5, Caroline Ngondu. 95, followed by 96 and 97, and we are done. There's a lady, if you've left your bags in a car, KDK, the person wants to leave, but I suggest you don't leave. Mrs. Gichoga is about to speak, so you want to be present for that. Thank you very much. '95, I believe that's the year.
Let's take the photo of us. You can take the photo.
Evening. We are few but representing a very large group. I'm sure many would have loved to be here, but we are glad that we could make it and represent them. So I'm honored to speak about a very great lady. My name is Caroline Ngondu. Let me say that first. There's so much that I can say about Mrs. Gichoga, like it will be a book and beyond, but I'll just summarize probably what I will say about the impact that she had on me, first of all, as a person. before getting to the rest of the school. Mrs. Gichoga believed in me much more than I believed in myself. No one might have noticed, but I had some esteem issues. I'm sure if everyone else didn't notice, most likely she did. And she's that person who really made me feel that there was something so special about me, even when I did not feel it. So when we were graduating from high school, there was that farewell party that she would prepare for us. And she would prepare some nice little cards for each one of us. Imagine almost more than 100 of us. And she knew each one of us. She will describe our positive traits just as we were, and then she will suggest a career she felt we had the potential to become. And part of what she suggested for me, I still have that card. Okay, she said I could be a doctor, I could be a don. So my joy is to tell her that today I'm a don. Yeah. I'm soon graduating, hopefully this year, with my doctorate, so I'll become the doctor that she predicted, to the glory of God.
So, something else, you'll be busy preparing for mathematics quiz. We felt punished, and then she divided us into groups. We had those who made it, we had the ICU, and then we had the HYM, which she called Halia Maututi. And the ICU and HYM had to go through remedial classes. And of course, no one wanted to be in the HYM, the ICU, so we really had to work. And as time went on, we started realizing that mathematics was not so difficult after all. And I'm sure today, the story is very different. I see the girls performing very well in mathematics because of what she did. But that is an example of many other things that she did in the school that revolutionized our lives and the school in general. So God bless you all for making it today.
We can take the photo first.
Just say your name and... Have they taken the picture? Yeah, God is good all the time. God is good. My name is Sarah Mitambo. I just want to say a very special thank you to Mrs. Gichoga, because she gave me wings to fly. When I joined Form 1, she looked at me and I think in the state that I was in, she found that this was a baby girl. And as we moved on, she was able to give me, to find a sponsorship for me to continue with my studies. So from Form 2 to Form 4, I never got to pay a dime for my school fees. Now, during the souvenir that she was talking about, in my card she wrote, "You are going to be successful and change your society." And I'm here to testify that indeed that has come to pass. I now work for my business partner, being the IT project manager and managing all the projects.
Use
So
your
thank
mic.
you so
Use your
very
mic.
much.
Thank you. So I was just trying to say the thank you that I'm forever indebted to Mrs. Gichoga, because she gave me wings to fly. She changed my story. How did she change my story for those who did not hear? She looked for sponsorship for me from Form 2 to Form 4. And in the souvenir that Carol was talking about, she wrote that I was going to make it in life and change the story of my society. Now I'm here proudly saying, I work for a Microsoft partner. I'm leading the technical department, the engineers that we go to deploy solutions on site. And indeed, I am so indebted because if it were not of her believing in me, seeing that I can make the difference, I wouldn't be here today. So thank you very much. When the rest of the people talk, I really get teary because of the gratefulness I have to this lady. So thank you very much. God bless you.
My name is Zilan Kirote Gekunda, sister to Karo Gekunda. And for me, I got, she wrote that I was going to be an air hostess, but no, I'm a banker. And in Meru with her.
Photo, picture, photo.
Okay, I am Flora Zidonga Muna. I am a teacher, and thanks so much for holding me and supporting me and to be what I am today. Thank you. It was real that I'm here. Otherwise, I would be lost somewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have you taken a picture? Excuse me. Don't come back for picture. I am 96 and then 97 as we close. Girls, sit up straight. We are about to hear from Mrs. 97. And gentlemen.
1, 2, 3. Look here.
Golden.
1, 2, 3.